Hey guys, we're back for another video with White's Tractor Sales. We're going to be doing another video today with Schneider Auctioneers in Berger, Missouri, over their summer equipment auction. What we're going to do is we're going to go through the auction preview video that we did with him. We're going to play that through, and then we're going to pop up the price on the bottom of the caption of what it actually brought at auction. If these results make you feel interested in selling your items with Schneider Auctioneers, make sure to give them a call. Go to their website, SchneiderAuctioneers.com. They are taking consignments between September 5th and October 7th, so make sure to get your stuff over there within that month of time if you're interested in selling with them on their fall equipment auction, which will end in November. And we are looking at doing another video with them in the fall for that video. Nothing set in stone until we get it done, but that is my plan at the moment. So let's get to the video.
Watch the field behind the plow turn to straight dark rows. Feel the trickle in your clothes, blow the dust cakes from your nose. Hear the tractor's steady roar, no you can't stop now. With a quarter section more or less to go.
Alright, so out here at the machinery, we're going to start with the brand new tractors, and we're going to work our way down through the construction equipment to the old tractors, and then we'll go look at some farm equipment and things like that. So, Lucas, would you like to talk about these new tractors?
Sure. We've got a pair of unused Mahindras here. These are 2022 year model tractors that have never been put into service. They're just dealer overstock. They were some tractors that were ordered during COVID that took a long time to get to the dealer, and by the time they got there, I think he had more than he needed. So they've been consigned by a local dealer. They're brand new tractors. They still come with full manufacturer's warranty that doesn't start until you actually buy it. So they're pretty much brand new tractors ready to go to work, new in the wrapper. They've still got some wrapping on. So we move on back to this John Deere backhoe. This came off a local farm over north of Marthasville. Pretty nice unit, older unit, but clean, pretty much ready to go. 410G, got about 5,000 hours on her, cold air conditioning. Pretty nice unit all in all. So we've got this Sterling tandem dump truck over here. That's actually the second time we've sold that truck in the last year. We sold it originally for a local contractor here that had just bought a new truck, sold it to another contractor. He used it just a little bit and decided it was a way bigger truck than he needed, so she's back to get sold again. I think he took it home, put some new tires on it, and did some service work on it, used her for about 9 months, and just decided it was a way bigger truck than he needed, and so he's going back to a single axle. So, but nice big tandem truck there, ready to go use.
And I see it's got a Caterpillar in it.
Yep. I think it's got a C12 cat in it with a Jake brake and nice rig. I think it's got a 10-speed in it, if memory serves me correct. But pretty nice old truck, ready to go to work, free emissions. So we can walk over to the other side. All that is 3-point machinery up there, and skid steer attachments, trailers over on that side. We can go over here and take a look at some of this stuff. Got a 2018 JCB JS131 excavator here. A little higher hours on this unit. It's got 5,500 hours on it. We get these from a company that we've had quite a bit of these. If you followed our auctions, we've got quite a few of these. We get these from a company that when they get new machines, we get these old ones, and it's ready to go. It's got a hydraulic thumb on it. Pretty nice machine. Pretty unique gator here, XUV 835R. It's actually got a full cab with air conditioning. Came out of a local estate here close by. It was a one-owner machine. It was actually owned by a former John Deere dealer here in our area, and it's just got about, I think it's got about 300 hours on it only. A full cab with AC, Bluetooth radio, kind of neat rig. Got Got a Bobcat T66 skid steer. That's one of their late and great ones. That's a 2021 year model. I think she's only got 1,000 hours on her. That is a high flow machine, which is nice. Got a Cat 279 D3. I think that's a 2020 year model. Cab and AC unit as well. It is a high flow also. So nice rig. Skid steers are always popular. Got a pretty good lineup of skid steers this auction. So that's an older T630 Bobcat. She's a little older machine, but she does have brand new tracks and a brand new bucket on her. So I think it's got about 2,400 hours on the meter. This is kind of a unique piece here. This is a 2020 year model Doosan DX62 excavator. This is an unused machine. This is one of those dealer overstock machines that was never put into service. It was ordered and never sold new. So that's why it's here. It comes with 3 brand new buckets. Doosan is who makes the Bobcat excavator. So if you're looking at if you put this one and a Bobcat side by side, they pretty much look identical other than their color. So, but she's only, I think, got 40 hours on the meter. Something's brand new. Here's another one just like it. I think this is a DX63. This is actually 2 years newer, but it has 700 hours on it. So this one did get put into service. It comes with 3 buckets as well. Let's see what we've got here. We've got a Bobcat E85. That's a bigger machine. That'd be about a 19,000 pound excavator. That's a really popular size. That's an 18-year model. She's got new tracks on her. It's got a hydraulic thumb on it, which is something everybody always loves. That's really good size machine for farm cleanup and brush clearing. Nice rig there. Got a little older Kubota KX80. That's the same size as this Bobcat. She'd be, I think, a 15 or 16 year model. Got about 4,000 hours on it. So it's done some work, but that'd make somebody a good machine at a little lower price point. Got a hydraulic thumb on that thing. Got a 2018, I believe this is, Cat 312 FGC. That's a really nice machine. They weigh about 29,000 pounds. They're great in the construction and good size machine for farm cleanup. They're popular for that, but that one's only got 2,200 original hours on her. A nice machine, a Cat GP series, kind of a nice one because they are lacking a lot of the electronics that some of the fancier ones have. They don't have maybe quite as many computerized things on them, but for long-term durability, that's really better. So people really like those Cat GC series for that reason. Little IHI, I think this is a 2016 year model, little 3.5 ton excavator. Only got 1,900 hours on her, so pretty nice little machine. Just a handy little rig at a little cheaper price point. Here's a kind of a really unique piece. This is a 2002 Bobcat A300. Most people have really never seen one of these, but this is obviously a tire machine, but they actually, in addition to being a skid steer, the wheels actually turn with 4-wheel steering. So a lot of people who would maybe be in the sod and landscaping business would use these because with the 4-wheel steering, they can turn, and not tear up the ground as bad as a regular skid steer would. That one's been gone through. It's had a bunch of work done on it at the dealership. Just all kinds of mechanical stuff, just little stuff to make it perfect. They put new tires on it, they painted it. It's been really gone through. I think it's only got about 3,000 hours on it, so that's a really unique rig. This is a really late model machine, Bobcat 2021 year model T550. It's only got 900 hours on it. Open cab model. Came out of a local fleet here up by Troy, Missouri. But she's ready to go. Only got 900 hours on it. So, kind of a nice little skid steer here. This one came from a local farmer down by Cuba, or between Owensville and Cuba. Good customer of ours. Just a small machine, but it's cabbed up. It's got pilot controls, which is kind of unusual on the smaller ones, but Cat 226, it's a little one, but a nice unit. It comes with a set of steel tracks too. Low hour deal. It's only got about 2,400 hours on it, so nice rig there. Got a pair of JCB telehandlers here. We would sell quite a few of these. We've got a company that we get these from and have been good machines. They both come with brand new buckets. They've got forks with them. These models here reach about 30 feet high. They'll lift about 7,700 pounds. They're good machines for on a farm, for moving bales, feeding cattle, or for construction work. If you have a telehandler a little while, you'll pretty much want to just take your loader off of your tractor and throw it away. You won't want to use it anymore. So this one here, these are both 17-year models. This one's got 3,600 hours on it. This was actually one of our machines out of our fleet that we had bought from that company, and it's been working here in our yard for about the last year. And we're just upgraded to one with less hours on it, but it's perfect, ready to go. And that one over there has only got, I think that one's got 2,600 hours on it. It's the same year. They came out of the same home originally, came off the same company. So that one's a little lower hour and exactly the same specs. So they're kind of hard to find around here though. Don't see too many of those. So. Got a little Kubota L35 loader backhoe tractor there. Nice little unit. It's got a few hydraulic leaks. It's been sitting for a while and it's got a bunch of hoses that are dry. So I think if you probably put a bunch of new hoses on that, you probably have you a decent little backhoe. So we're getting into some of the slightly older stuff. So there's the Farmall Cub, and pretty nice running little tractor. It's got a belly mower on it. It's been painted up. It's got good tires on it. So those are always popular sellers. I think we've got another one too in the auction that's a low boy. So we've got one of each kind. We've got the regular Cub, and then we've got the low boy. So,
and if I look the numbers up right, I believe they're both 55 models.
Okay, good deal. You've done your research. So little Kubota BX 2200 mowing tractor there. Let's see. Got a Ferguson 35. Some of these tractors I haven't looked at in a while. We've got a lot of stuff sitting around here, as you can see, and I forget all these. I think this one came from right here in the Herman area, actually. We get stuff from all over, but I think this one came from right around here. Here's kind of a neat little tractor for some of your vintage tractor fans. It's nothing rare, but what's rare about it a little bit is just what its story is. Actually came from a local family here that's two brothers that are surveyors, and their dad bought this tractor, I think in the 50s actually. Yeah, their dad bought it in the 50s, and it has been in their family the entire time. Never sat outside until it got here to our yard, and it's got a few extras with it, a few pieces for the drawbar they made and stabilizers, but really a clean little tractor, and you just don't run on many tractors that have been in one family that long anymore. So there's a nearly brand new 1023E John Deere. I say it's brand new, it's like a 15-year model, but I think it's only got 100 hours on it. So it came from a consignor up around Columbia, Missouri, and just impeccable, perfect conditions, been garage kept, it's ready to go. Perfect little tractor there. Got a 584 diesel international. Paint's not quite the best on her, but she runs pretty good, and literally has I would say a 99% of tires on the back. These tires are almost brand new, so that's a huge thing these days if you're looking at used tractors. So let's see here. Got a little Case 245 with a belly mower on it. That's kind of unusual. You wouldn't see too many of those. Somebody's put a little bit of an aftermarket exhaust on it there. I'm not quite sure why it's got that big of a pipe, but that's what it comes with. So got an old Farmall Super M there. Pretty decent old tractor. Fires up, runs good. Looks like it's got a new battery with it. So got a John Deere 620 here that's really sharp. Came from the same farmer who brought that cat skid steer in up the row. Really a sharp old tractor. I think she's been sitting a while, and it's just running a little rough. I think it probably needs the carburetor gone through. It runs a little rough, but as far as being straight, she's a very nice tractor as far as that goes. It's got the three-piece front weights. It's got wheel weights. It's got the 3-point hitch, factory 3-point on it, which is all stuff that's pretty hard to find if you're trying to go out and find it. So really a kind of a unique tractor for around this part of the world. Got a Deutz D130-06, and that's a big tractor as far as Deutzes go. It's like 130 engine horsepower. Not the prettiest tractor, but it runs quite well. Just a really unusual tractor to see around our part of the country here. You just don't really see many of those. So if you're a Deutz fan, there's one for you. Got a little Ford 3600 industrial with a loader. She is a diesel, came from an estate down just south of Gerald, south of Highway 50. Got a couple other pieces of equipment from that estate down there. This one sitting right next to it came from the same home. This little 8N came also out of that estate down there. She's been 12-volt converted, so that's handy. Got a little homemade canopy on it. Got a Kubota L3450 here. This came out of Washington, Missouri, right down the road from a family that's been very good sellers and buyers of ours over the years. And little older tractor, but in very good shape. So it's got a loader. It's 4-wheel drive. It runs good. Only got about 2,200 hours on that thing, original hours. So she'll be good for a long time yet. Nice rig. Got a Massey 65, which is maybe a little more unusual. You'd see a lot of 35s around here, but Massey 65 on big, tall 38-inch rubber on the back, which is also a little more unusual to see around here.
I believe that makes it a high clearance.
High clearance. See, you know all this. You study a lot. That's good.
Yeah, the Massey is my area.
Okay, good deal. Good deal. Well, we got quite a few of them around here. So, got a little John Deere 430, good running tractor. A little more unusual. You don't just stumble on one of those every day in this part of the country right here. That came from up near Troy, Missouri. It's got nearly new back tires on it, real good back tires. So pretty nice running tractor. Got a little Farmall Cub Lowboy here with a mower on it. So got a nearly new seat on it. It came from an estate right across the river over here north of Herman, and been in a collection and in the shed most of the time. So nice little rig. Pretty nice little tractor. Got a John Deere 3038E, little 4-wheel drive loader tractor. Came from a man just over here in Herman. I think, if memory serves me, I think it's got about 800 hours on it only, so it's not hurt. Really a nice little tractor, got a good canopy on it, so good running rig. Kind of a unusual setup here. You don't see too many like this right around here, but a little John Deere M with a hydraulic lift snow blade on it. It's got rear tire chains, it's got rear weights. Good running little rig, so kind of an unusual setup. I mean, you see some John Deere M's around, but not too many with a hydraulic lift snow plow right around here. Yeah. So kind of neat. Got another Ferguson. That might be a Ferguson 30 if I remember right. Let's see, we got a little Farmall A with a belly mower. Got lots of old Farmalls around, so good running little tractor. Got a Ford 4500 backhoe here. It came out of that same estate as that Ford 3600 industrial up there. Been sitting in the shed good long while, but our guys went down and picked it up and jump started it, and she fired right up. So it's kind of like that other backhoe over there. It's been sitting and it's got some hydraulic hoses that need to be replaced, but everything works on it like it should. It just kind of needs some hoses replaced. And if you were looking for an old backhoe, didn't want to spend a whole lot, that'd probably be a decent one to do a little work around the farm with. So that would. 6620 John Deere combine. That came south over here by Beaufort ways. Came from a farmer over there who went up to a 9000 series John Deere. Older unit, but they drove it in here from down by Beaufort, so she was driven in probably 25 miles. Does have the 4-wheel drive rear axle on it. he said all that works, and it's got nearly brand new tires on the back, so make somebody a decent combine if they want to do just a little bit on it to get it cleaned up and ready to go again. But it did cut wheat this year, so cut wheat just a few months ago. Yeah, we got a little Cup Cadet 149 hydro mower there. That's kind of something you don't just see every day. Good customer from over by Union brought that in. I wasn't here when he brought it in, so I didn't really get to hear what he had to say about it. But it's really a straight little tractor. Didn't know if it was a runner or not when it got here. It had a dead battery. We put a jumper on it and it fired right up and runs and drives. So it's really a clean little tractor. It could use a good wash and a good detail, and I think it would just be really nice. I know they're pretty collectible little machines, and that one's pretty straight. So got a little IH ground drive manure spreader here. We always get a lot of manure spreaders, and these little IHs are always really popular. This came out of an estate down by Gerald. Been sitting in the barn for a long time. I think it's a 150. I'm not sure. I know it's bigger than the little 100 we had a couple auctions ago, but those are very collectible and always been popular. So nice little unit. Got something kind of different here. Got a little terracing plow. I had not seen one of these in person until this gentleman brought this in. It came over from near Villa Ridge over on the other side of Washington. Service terracing plow, and got a PTO drive on it to run the back auger back here, I guess, that kicks the dirt up into a windrow. So that's just something a little unusual. You see a lot of old plows, but I don't remember seeing any like that lately. So.
Yeah, I'd never seen one of them before.
Yeah, that's the neat thing about our business. We get some really unique stuff. So you can walk down this way. This is just our general pull type implement row. All kinds of stuff in here. Let's see, I'll show you this piece here. This is kind of unique just for this area. This is an old Clutt made implement trailer. When I was a boy, there was a local blacksmith here in Herman. His last name was Clutt, and he built a lot of farm implements for the local farmers around here, and his stuff was always known to be very well built, and it was just popular stuff. So if you come across something made by him in the Herman area, it's kind of special. So that was something he made. I think there's a tag on it there. He made that June of 1978, it says. So, and he built this trailer sitting right next to it also. So those are two Clutt made pieces. Those are kind of interesting. Got a 1033 bale wagon there. That came off a farm up by High Hill, and that was used in the last year, so it's pretty well ready to go. Ready to go pick up some square bales. Got a John Deere 336 baler here, pretty nice condition. Got a few good square balers on this auction. Got a real nice International 540 spreader here. That came out of up by Troy, Missouri. Good floor in it. Should be ready to go and spread manure. And we've got several of those around. Pretty nice Case 5100 drill there. Pretty nice sunflower field cultivator. Here's something silly. This is different. It's not farm equipment related, but we'll show your viewers anyway. This is a trailer that a local man built. He made kettle corn on it and sold it at the local festivals and stuff. So that's what that is. You can make kettle corn. So if you're going to the tractor shows or something, you could buy that. And it's ready to go. Everything you need to make kettle corn and sell it right off the side. So it's got a big ag rain irrigation gun with reel there. That came from over by Portland, Missouri. Big river bottom farmer had that over there. Pretty nice unit. Should be pretty well ready to go. He just bought a brand new one. Got several of these old flare box wagons. Something a little more unusual around here. All these ones we've got on this auction have all got hoists on the front. Most of ours around here, the old farmers were maybe a little too tight with the money, and they just had one hoist that they used on all the wagons, you know, the big old A-frame, but these have hoists on them already, so that's kind of interesting. Pretty nice old John Deere fit drill there.
IH plow.
Yep, got a nice plow. Got pretty nice New Holland spreader here. We've got quite a few good spreaders on this auction. Pretty nice New Holland VR 770 baler. Came from right up on the prairie up here towards Montgomery City, so that wasn't from very far away. New Holland 273 baler. That just came from right over here at New Haven, so that's a pretty nice little baler. Got a bunch of 7-foot hay binds again. We get seems like we get a lot of New Holland 7-foot hay binds, and we've got a John Deere back there as well. And it's amazing. You would think that not that many people would want to use those anymore. You'd think they were too small and too obsolete, but there's still a really good market for those. We've got buyers from all over the nation. They're very popular with Amish buyers because they will pull the 7-foot, like they'll take them back to Pennsylvania and the hill country over there, and they'll pull them with a team of horses and run it off of a PTO cart. Where these are light enough, they can do that. The big 9-footers aren't light enough. So yeah. Let's see. Got a real nice little Rebel 5400 Premier baler. Those are always popular because they don't need much horsepower to run them. I think you can run one of those on like 38 horsepower tractor or something. So those are real popular. Just make a little 4 wide, 5 high bale. Pretty nice little baler kept inside. Got a bush hog soil conditioner there. That's a fairly nice unit. Came from up near Big Spring, Missouri. Nice pasture harrow here, 24-footer on a cart. Came from over by Herman, the farmer over there had it. Let's see, got an old deal 1470 here. I think that's a 4x5 baler. That came out of that estate down by Gerald. Been sitting in a shed a lot of years, but clean old baler. Brand new Rhino 2-basket tedder. That came out of that dealer overstock package we got. One of the pieces they brought. That's nice rig, ready to go. Here's something kind of unusual. We wouldn't get anything like this very often, but that's a brand new Skag pull type leaf vac. Also out of that dealer overstock package. Never been used. Got a 29 horse Briggs engine on it, but ready to go and suck up leaves and blow them into the back of a truck for you. So really nice little hydraulic dump wagon there with a steel bed on it. A guy fixed that up and really did a nice job on it. Nice steel bed. Handy little thing for having around the farm. Little pull type spreader there. You can pull that behind your ATV. This is a homemade sprayer that when the guy said he was bringing it in, he told me he built it himself. I thought, well, that'll be interesting to see because you never know how good a work somebody does. But I was shocked when it got here, just what a great job they did do. So I think it's got a 45-foot folding boom on it, stainless tank, really a nice setup for a homemade sprayer. And he actually has it rigged up. It can be pull type, or you can do 3-point. You can take the wheels off and use it on 3-point if you want. So super nice unit. Old New Holland Super 717 chopper. Been sitting in a shed for a couple years, but they just upgraded. Nice old chopper there. Super nice 258 New Holland rake with dolly wheels. Everybody wants the big V rakes these days, but you know, 20-30 years ago that was the best one you could get, was the 258 with the dolly wheels. So that's a nice setup. Got another international spreader there. Really nice ones. Had a bunch of wood replaced in it. Had a bunch of floor chain work done on it. So that thing should be really ready to go, I think. Let's see. We've got a New Holland. This is a 68. Older one, but they'll bale hay like a sewing machine. They just run. So they're good old machines. We've got some old trucks here and some newer trucks. That's a pretty clean old Ford F700 single axle gas grain truck. That came from up near Mexico, Missouri, I think, is where that came from. Gas engine truck, but a good running truck, straight old truck. So. This Dodge here, I think it's a 98 or 9, came from that same family that had that Ford tractor that had been in their family since the 50s. Truck been out working for a living, but good running truck. It sounds good. It's got cold AC, and
Wow, the interior is nice.
yeah, the interior is good. They kept it in the shed, as you can see, because unlike all the other old Dodges, the dash isn't all broken out from the sun. So yeah, little body rust on her. Ran county roads its whole life, but it'd be a good farm truck. This truck is kind of pretty unique here. 97 F250, really clean old truck. Got a 351 gas in it. It's only got 115,000 original miles on it. Runs good. It's got cold AC, good tires. So the older trucks are getting pretty popular these days, and you find one like that that's that age that's not all rusted and rotted out. It's kind of unusual. So let's head up this way. We can look at a few new trailers. We've got a big group of trailers here. We got consigned from a dealer up the road here a ways. That these were also kind of the same thing as those unused tractors. They were ordered during COVID when they thought they maybe would never see them, and then they got way too many, and so they're here. Brand new trailers, never been used. These are all 14-foot dump trailers, 14,000 GVW, heavy I-beam frames on them, so good rigs, ready to go to work. Not been used at all. Manufacturer's warranty hasn't started yet, so it'll start when you buy it. Got a 20-foot landscaper trailer there out of that same company. Very nice setup there. Got the side ramp and the rear ramp. Got a 20-foot super wide equipment trailer there with the drive over fenders, so that's kind of nice because the deck's a full 8.5 foot wide instead of just the normal width between the fenders. So that's 7K axles on that trailer. Another one out of the same company, that's a 24 footer, which is pretty unusual. You don't see too many of those in a bumper pull that size. 7 or 14K axles on it too. Good heavy belt trailer. Got a couple of brand new Hillsboro steel truck beds there. Dealer overstock. Came from a local dealer here, and they're brand new, ready to go on the truck. I believe those fit. I believe those will fit a dually cabin chassis. We've got the measurements on the website for those. That's kind of a neat piece there. Brand new overstock dealer inventory unit there. Wallenstein 920 backhoe. The neat thing about this is it's got the adapter plate. It's a 3-point backhoe, so you can put it on a tractor, but it also has the adapter plate that can run on a skid steer. So it can be 3-point or skid steer attachment. And that's a brand new backhoe. It's never done any digging. Really nice little unit there. So let's walk over here. We can look at a couple trailers, and then we can look at some 3-point stuff. Here's a really nice trailer. Came from a local farmer just right down the road here. I believe it's a 2013 model Trailerman. It's a 30-foot flatbed. It has got the hydraulic dovetail on it. So that's a very popular option. It's got the 10K oil bath axles under it. Floor's been treated and sealed, and the trailer's been shedded. Came from a farmer right down the road here, so that's a nice rig, popular with the hydraulic dove on it. Here's the super nice trailer. I think you might have seen this one before. So,
yeah, just maybe.
Yep. So Wyatt's dad consigned this trailer, and I think he maybe bought this new, I believe, and they just bought a brand new one. And you can tell it's been kept inside because it's not all rotted to bits like all the rest of them. It's I believe it's a 13-year model, 24 foot. It's got 3 compartments. It's got a complete rubber floor in it, so there's no wood to rot in it. It's got 14-ply tires on it. It's got a brand new poly tarp in it. Got the vents under the nose. So Kodiak, they would make about the best brush fender style stock trailer that you can get, I think. And this one here is a super nice example of that. So, but that trailer's pretty much tip-top shape, ready to go haul cattle today, I think. So that'll be a popular unit. Nice squeeze chute there. Came off a local farm. It's got the palp chute on the back and the drop sides. We've got several good chutes, but that's a real nice one. I think it's got a rubber and steel floor in it. Now we're into the kind of the 3-point and stationary row stuff here. We've got some interesting things. We won't talk about all of it, but a few interesting things. This is an old pickup head for a Heston silage chopper that has only been, it's about a 30-year-old head, but it's only been maybe used for about an hour or two. You can see the paint is not even off the pickup. And it sat in a shed for like 30 years before they brought it down here. So we got a big selection of 3-point stuff. We always do. We've got a lot of stuff. There's a John Deere 720 loader. I think it came off a 4000 series John Deere. It's got the mounts, it's got the joystick, got everything with it. Something a little unusual. We've got a bunch of disc plows this auction. I think we've got 2 or 3 or 4 of them. There sits one. They're, you know, I wouldn't say they're rare, but they're not just
easy
something
to
you can
get.
walk out and find every day, you know. So we've got several of those. Got some more cattle chutes there. Got a Danhuser post hole digger there. That's nothing very unusual, except for that one has got hydraulic down pressure on it. So that is quite a bit more unusual. You wouldn't see too many of those around. So got some brand new 3-point tillers. Those came out of that dealer overstock package. Got a brand new horsed welding 8-foot skid steer snow pusher there. That also came out of that dealer overstock package. That thing's brand new. It's never done any snow pushing. It's got the rubber blade on the bottom of it. It's got the skid shoes underneath, so that thing is super nice. Really nice John Deere 3-point chisel plow there. Got brand new tires on the gauge wheels. That's pretty nice. Here's something a little unusual, Wyatt. This came out of that family that's brought us that tractor that they had since the 1950s. This is a John Deere. I didn't know the model on it. Now that it's sitting here, I just see a tag down there. It says number 822, but that's a 2-bottom rollover plow, 3-point rollover plow, and that's again, I don't want to say it's rare, but it's something you don't see around these parts very often. That's just pretty unusual. So it's the hydraulic rollover, and that's just pretty neat. It's got the gauge wheels on it too. It's been shedded all the time till it came to our yard. So that's a pretty neat thing they had for a long time.
Yeah, I don't remember seeing that.
Yeah,
that's my watch list.
Yeah, that's a neat item. That's hard to find. So there's another disc plow yet. Let's see here.
And this is a John Deere?
I think it is. Yes, it is. It is a John Deere. They coated those blades really nice, so they look really sharp. No rust there. So here's a nice piece that's always desirable. They're always very popular. This is a John Deere skid steer backhoe attachment. So it's a backhoe you can put on the front of your skid loader. A Pro 911 model. This one does have the extend-a-hoe feature on it, which for a skid steer backhoe is pretty unusual. There's not many of those would have that. Most of them would be a fixed boom. So it comes with 2 buckets. That came off a local contractor right down the road here. It's in really good shape. There's a 3-bottom semi-mount plow. That's pretty nice. You can find a lot of 4 and 5s around here, but not too many 3-bottoms. So, got a brown tree cutter here. These are kind of unusual. Everybody just thinks they're a brush hog if they walk past them, but they're actually made to literally cut a tree down. If you can back up to it and get the back of the cutter up against it, it'll just chop a tree right down. So they're a mean machine. That one's actually for 1,000 RPM PTO for a big tractor. So take a pretty good horse to run that. There's another disc plow, so we're up to 3. I thought we had 2 or 3 in this auction. It'd be unusual for us to get 1, and here's 3. So it's a pretty nice unit. That's a Ford Dearborn unit, so nice rig. Got a pretty straight old Westendorf loader behind you there. Can't remember the model on that one. I'd have to look it up. I think it's a WL42 maybe. Memory's correct, but that came off of I think it came off of a 1206 International right down the road here. Nice unit. It's got the Westendorf style quick hitch on it. It's got the Westendorf bale spear, and it's got a Westendorf quick attach bucket with it too. So that's a nice rig. And we just got all kinds of stuff. You can see through here there's brand new John Deere bucket and everything in between to some stuff that's 100 years old and near the end of its life, but you find all kinds of things out through here. So we can go up to the end of the next row and take a look at a few things up there if you want. Got a little IH fast hitch sickle mower here. That's something that's a little bit unusual to find around here. You wouldn't see too many of those. So it's got the fast hitch bracket there with it for the tractor, and like Wyatt pointed out, it's got an AC cylinder on it, so that's kind of funny, but that's what it's got. But pretty clean unit, belt drive rig, nice unit. So here, Wyatt, we've got a antique aero motor windmill. Everybody wonders about these because we sell one of these on every single auction nearly, and we actually have a customer from up by St. Louis that he goes out to Kansas, Nebraska, and drives around, and he buys these right on the farm, still standing. He disassembles them, takes them down, he brings them back here to Missouri, he goes through them, paints them up, fixes anything on them that needs to be fixed, and gets them ready to go back up again. And then he brings them here and we sell them. So everybody's always asking where in the world you find all these antique windmills, and it's a guy from St. Louis brings them in, and they're always good sellers. They always sell very well. People like to put them up for decoration. Mostly aero motors is what he brings us, and that's a good example of one there. So we got a set of John Deere weights. Always a good seller. I believe these have fit a like a 40-20 or something like that, and probably on up into the early 4000 series, I would say. Looks like we got the starter weight and then 3 other slab weights there, plus the side brackets. I don't know. We get a lot of those, but they're still hard to get. There's a lot of them in this countryside here. So got several sets of IH rear wheel weights here. I think there's 3 sets on this slab, 2 on this one, and then we've got 2 more of the full rounds over here. Always good sellers. I'm always amazed at how spirited the bidding is on weights. Everybody's looking for tractor weights. Always popular. So here we are. This is maybe the least pretty of everything that's here. This is what we call dead row. This is stuff that has issues that we know, or it doesn't run, or has big problems. So, but there's projects in here. So if you're looking for some projects, there might be some good stuff here. This Kubota diesel lawnmower, the engine runs great, but the transmission's out. So there's the project. This is a Ford that's been sitting for quite some time. I think the seller said it had a bad flywheel and they just parked it. And there's brand new flywheel in the box there that comes with it. So got a little Cub lowboy there. Body's pretty good, but transmission is apart. So if you look in there, you can see parts of the transmission just laying all over there. So it's going to need some transmission work. Might be a good project for somebody. Got a John Deere 400 backhoe, not running. Don't know a thing about it. The seller didn't really either. He said it had been sitting for a long time, and there it is. So, pair of wave runners that don't run. Don't know a thing about them. Kind of an unusual thing back there in the back. There's a late model, I think it's a 15-year model Polaris Ranger, but it's got a bad engine. It's got a knock in the engine. It only has a couple hundred hours on it, but it's got a knock in the engine, so that one's going to need some engine work if you can do that.
Hope you guys enjoyed the Schneider Auctioneer result video for the summer equipment auction. Again, make sure to go check out SchneiderAuctioneers.com, and don't forget WyattTractorSales.com. We've got lots of new inventory coming in. We're getting that updated, so keep watching that. And make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below about this auction and these items. So thanks for watching, and God bless you, and we'll catch you in the next one.